Yebo, Frankie.
Frankie.
Listen to Frank, guys. ERF 350 studios. You can basically even also come through here if you are looking for a production space, video production space. Also, yeah, man, it's fantastic. You can see the place. You know. It's nice.
Impressively.
It's nice. It's nice. And also, if you're looking for an office, also, you can take it out right here. We are all the way in Melville. We are currently live, by the way. This is I Love Melville.live, and you're currently tuned in to Melville Street's Unconventional Breakfast Show with your boy Thato Malindi and none other than Silver HSD. And also our special guest, our pioneer.
P for pioneer.
People pioneer. That's the one. That's the one. Okay. So
it also could, eh?
you guys are starting again.
It also could, eh?
These people, why did
It's the East trending.
Thank you.
Okay, and so fault us for not being in the East End. I'm also from the East End.
No, you do that yourself. The thing is, you don't notice.
You do it yourself. You ostracize yourself, and then you look at the community and say, "Community, why are you ostracizing me?" And then community says, "No, we're not. You're doing it yourself."
Self-inflicted pain, bruh. That's what the guys in the Raka Park would say. But it's self-inflicted pain on. Like, don't do that to yourself, man. It's self-inflicted pain, man.
Pain, bruh.
Yeah. So anyway, thank you very much, guys, for joining us. This is I Love Melville.live, and it is exactly 4 minutes past 9. And do not forget that the boiling topic that we've got on the social streets is that do you think that mob justice is the way forward for South Africa? Should South Africans take justice into their own hands? Or should we just rather trust our South African police system and the justice system, have more trust in them, that the guys will do the right thing? Why are you saying That's not a nice thing to say.
Like it's like I'm not saying it in a bad way, ne?
You're not saying it in a good way either.
Yeah, this is how this topic is. There's no good and bad out of it. Like it's really confusing. What Sandile said, you know, like so far while we're still looking for a solution, this is what we can actually go back to.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it doesn't, like it's not something that we should go into, because of we still have a whole lot of issues that we haven't solved. So like we're like a group of angry people looking for a reason to do something. You understand? And mob justice is one of those, because of now high mob justice, when the mob justice happens, no one can point a finger, oh, no, it was you. No, it was you. No, it was you. But then it's more like mob justice, more like what's it called?
Like when we were
like that movie.
People.
What's that movie?
I thought when
The
we were
Purge.
hanging
It's a
people.
purge.
The Purge.
The Purge.
Purge. Yeah,
Now
so mob
that's
justice is like purging.
It's like purging.
Yeah, to me it's like purging. As I'm saying, like we have so
That's
many
deep, brother.
issues. We have so many issues that we haven't solved, that we always angry. We see how we talk to each other most of the time. Just by stepping on you. I'm angry already. Somebody comes and steps me like, "Hey, don't even get tell," and somebody dies from that because of the anger that's roaming around us as people. I mean, like we people of energies, and then whenever we come together, our energies
they collide.
You understand?
Yeah.
And then it create. You understand? So if we both angry, and then Thato does something, then that's the reason we can actually take out our anger on, and then anything can happen. You understand? I mean, like I never thought like mob justice could, like, okay, banning someone, the nightless thingy. You know, I saw like, okay, we actually really bad. But then now decapitating someone, also, and then now the body's still there, because now the cops is like, we'll still come and fetch the body. Like, you understand? We cannot rely ourselves to the government.
And they left the body there for quite some time. Also, by the way, because the guys were investigating that. But I mean, it is the topic that we are having right now, guys, in terms of mob justice. And Silva just mentioned his side in terms of what he thinks about mob justice. He thinks that it's somewhat similar to purging. So your big take is that we need to trust into the South African system.
At this moment, we can't.
So
it's difficult.
It's very difficult.
So then, what do we do? What do we do then?
We need to face our problems first.
Yeah.
I think one thing we're doing right is that people are forming communities. So it becomes like a kind of community watch. So we're responsible for our community. We can apprehend these people, and then so ideally every community should do something like this. Not mob justice, but they should look out
together.
Look out for Melville looks out for Melville, Greenside looks out for Greenside. Whatever happens in Melville that's like illegal, we apprehend the guys, and then we wait for big guys to come through.
You know,
whenever they come through.
When you were saying that, Kabelo, by the way, whatever happens in Melville, in my mind, it was like whatever happens in Melville stays in Melville.
Yep, that's if you studied here, you know that.
I wanted to dive
Transkai.
guys.
So anyway, guys, welcome to the show. If you just joined us, guys, this is I Love Melville Live. At the unconventional news, basically is the topic that we are talking about. We're looking at Teddy Mafia, and right now I've got a clip. 3 clips that I've got lined up for you guys, and I've got my technical producer / security guy / receptionist / everything for me.
/cutie.
Yeah, Tatenda, you know the drill, right? You know what you're going to be doing in terms of that. Can you play the first clip for me, and let's hear from the first person in terms of what they have to say when it comes to mob justice.
Do I think that
He's going to increase the volume. He knows how to increase the volume. He's a smart guy. He knows how to use these things. Can you increase the volume for the people of Zombakia and the people of Umbakia and the people and you know how to increase volumes in devices? Like it's there.
Who cute is wrong? Tatenda thing.
Tatenda, who cute?
Who cute is wrong? Tatenda thing.
Hey, focus on what you have to do, okay? Come, blast ya. All right. Play the first clip for us, Tatenda.
Very, very. Do I think South African citizens should take justice into their own hands, or should South Africans have more trust in the justice system? Well, for me, I feel like South Africans wouldn't need to take justice into their own hands if we had a proper justice system in our country. To be quite honest, the South African justice system is a joke. It really
wow,
is.
she said it like.
But at the same time, South African citizens are very, very brutal when they take justice into their own hands, because they do it to kill. Like, they won't hit someone for a few minutes and then let the law take its course. No, they will actually kill that person, which I think is a bit extreme. So it then becomes unethical. But I do understand where they come from, because they know that if they allow the South African justice system to take its course, then the most that the person will get is probably just a slap on the wrist, which won't really help the situation. So, yeah. And have I been part of or witnessed a mob justice? No, I have not. And I'm very thankful for that, because I feel like that entire experience would be very traumatic.
Well, so she's very thankful. First of all, she's very thankful for the fact that she hasn't been experienced mob justice.
It feels like what short as a no. Let me just shut up.
Let's put a pin on that one. So that was the first voice note from First Anonymous. Let's listen to the second person. What does the second person have to say?
Do I think South African citizens should take justice into their own hands? No, I don't think so. As I strongly believe in the saying that goes, an eye for an eye makes the world go blind. And in terms of, do I have trust in the justice system? No, I do not. As I had a case whereby I was robbed, and the incompetent officer told me that it was my fault that I was out late, and I should not have been, of which is true, but I had no choice whatsoever. But is it not their job at the end of the day to actually protect and serve the citizen, the person who pays their taxes and such and such? And do I have trust? No, I don't. Thank you very much.
Sibonga.
Thank you, Anonymous too. For that one. That's wow. That guy was deep. We'll dissect each and every single one of them.
That guy.
He's very conscious, ne? Very conscious. Let's play the third and final one, guys. By the way, for those who just joined us right now, it's Social Streets, and we are looking at voice note box, where we are playing basically voice notes from individuals who send us voice notes. You can do that also 066-013-4229, and we are talking about do you think SA citizens should take justice into their own hands? Let's play the next clip, the final clip.
In regards to me viewing or experiencing mob justice, yes, I have, and it was at North taxi rank, where it is apparent that a suspect or a criminal was had robbed somebody of a cell phone. The taxi drivers there took it upon their onus to apprehend the guy and obviously, you know, deal with him according to the way they feel is fit. I don't really know if that was an effective and proper way of dealing with such a situation. But I think in terms of putting a statement, people need to then know that certain places aren't hotspots for criminal activities.
Yeah, this guy. Yeah, no, certain places are, yeah, and you know what? When it's that mob justice and people are doing that, it's crazy. It's really crazy. I mean, at North, they catch you at North.
It's just a thing about you could be just running for own things on a side. Can't just bring the Bimba side.
Hand, bro. You'll catch a stray bama that was meant for this homie. By like you saw, you know, and then you're just in yo.
So the first clip, by the way, thank you and shout out to the guys that sent us their voice notes, Anonymous 1 and Anonymous 2.
Shout out.
Really do appreciate both of you guys in terms of that. And let's start with Anonymous 1 first, quickly, and then we can wrap up on that. Anonymous 1 mentioned that, you know what, they don't trust the justice system, but also South Africans, when it comes to mob justice, go overboard. They end up killing you.
You understand? Like what I just said.
Yeah. And then also another thing is that she said that she hasn't been part of a mob justice before, hasn't experienced it, and she's grateful for it. And then another thing that's quite simple about all of this is that the guy just mentioned from his side that he also doesn't trust the justice system, but feels like mob justice also is it's basically taking an eye for an eye. You know what I mean?
They can tense things around.
You know. So I think it's a good initiative from his side, saying that he can trust the system, but they haven't been doing anything because of the incompetence that they've. When he said that thing, like I was like, yeah, no, I understand. I understand.
People are crying, actually,
you know. And then he says that he was part of like the guys who basically caught someone at North. You know, at North, guys, at North taxi ranks,
we don't play.
When I'm going to explain this. This is a CBD in Johannesburg, guys. When you're walking there, it is so easy to be pickpocketed. It's easy also to literally be mugged, like where they put either a knife or something like that.
And next to everyone.
Yeah, like in front of, and people when they pass by. I've been, by the way, can I just say this? And I am saying also, it doesn't mean that I'm chicken. Just explain it. I was actually walking also towards North, from the the park station. So that's market area when you walk there. So I was walking there, and at that time I was walking there with a female friend of mine, and whilst we were walking there, and this guy in front of us is getting mugged. There are people walking past, getting mugged by 3 guys. One guy is grabbing the guy by the belt.
Yeah, by the belt and the
You know what I said to her? Don't look at them.
Just walk.
Carry on.
As if nothing is happening.
Because when they are done with this guy,
they're coming to you.
The first person that they're gonna look at as looking at them, you are the culprit. And me, I'm going to leave you here.
Yeah.
I'm going to run. I'm going to leave you here.
Every man
I am
for
not-
himself.
What?
God for us all.
I've got a laptop. I've got a phone that I just bought. I'm not about
There's
that
no,
life.
yeah.
And that's what happened, guys. Like people pass by until it's one person. Because those guys, those guys were mugged, all those three guys, when they're mugging this one person, you can even see, and sometimes you can sense a gun.
Yeah, well, no, there's a gun.
Before even seeing it, you can sense it.
Yeah.
There's a gun here. There's
Unenchiza.
something that can take a person's life. And this guy had his gun, and then the cops are just like 3 blocks away.
It's usually
They're
the
right
case.
there by
I'm
Jag.
and then
They're
how do you
right there
trust
by
the
the
service?
museum.
And then how do you trust the service when something like this happens?
And I'm not saying, because not all cops are the same. Some of them do patrol and do their things, but I'm not saying that our justice system. I'm not putting a lot of.
I hear you.
You know what I mean? I don't want to be
you.
No,
that
don't
person.
be politically
like-
correct.
it's like
Speak
having
your
a
mind, brother. Because
I am-
of
this is
potatoes.
you're speaking about something that's actually real. Like
Yeah.
It's
Nkunzi
real.
Yapawa Mole and
Yeah.
that place that you're talking about.
Yeah.
And like 2 steps away, Moleko, the Jag Museum.
The Jack Museum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a
There's
whole
like-
lot of JMPD just
You understand? Just chilling,
there,
watching people
man.
just walking by, and then
So it's
they wait,
nice.
if you must go.
It's nice to say that the police presence are there.
Yeah.
It's also nice to say I don't want to say, but
And
what
the
you're
presence
saying is your
doesn't-
reality.
Yeah.
You have seen people get jacked
Mhm.
within centimeters or meters
Mhm.
of
From the service.
Mabonesa.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's crazy stuff. So right after that incident, so that's basically what you were explaining. Right after that incident, now fast forwarding to the topic this guy just mentioned, that they caught a person. So it just takes one person to grab a person that does something. And it's always like the hoza poses. We call them hoza poses.
Yeah.
The heroin heads, the crack
Yeah,
addicts.
they always
Yeah.
know, but they always act.
They are the ones that get caught and get beaten.
Yeah.
And then the guys that do ngiti, they never get caught.
Yeah.
these are those guys, the three men that I'm referring to.
Yeah.
The guys that would destroy a person's life.
Yeah.
And if you're gonna get caught in North as a criminal, bruh, it's chai, bruh.
It's Chad, bro.
Because if I'm also walking past and it's like, what did he do? He stole. Oh, hey, there was someone that stole last weekend in my pocket. You are one of those people. That's what South Africans do.
Yeah. You understand this anger?
Ah.
You understand the anger I'm talking about? The anger issues that I'm talking about. We are so
We're very
angry.
angry
We're
nation.
so angry.
We've got a whole lot of pent up, and I think it's because of our history.
Yeah.
Like we have a violent
Thank
history, and I don't
you.
think South
Thank
African people
you.
have been able to process everything. We were given this like kind of pacifier, which was truth and reconciliation.
Reconciliation, yeah.
But I don't think we got everything off our chests. Like people didn't
We
pay
never
for
did.
what they did.
We
We
never
didn't
even
actually
not
get.
even 10%. Like as I said, like we have issues that are still lingering from back then, that are still
Yeah.
affecting us. Same goes with the person who says, "Nah, but then I wasn't there back then." I'm like, but then you suffering the consequences of it.
Yeah.
Like
It's true.
you're reaping
It's
what's
true.
been yeah.
But South Africa's crimes. But South Africa's crimes are like the most violent.
Violent
The
crimes.
most
Yeah.
violent.
Like, I
and,
wouldn't
like,
disagree.
Yeah.
Those farm killings, like, yo,
I got a comment here, guys, from Jonathan Noku. Jonathan, we actually saw your sister jogging in the morning. Eh?
Oh, that's the John you were talking about.
This is the John I was talking
Hey,
about.
Johnny.
Hey, Johnny.
do you guys know everybody who listens to your radio station?
It seems like it.
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
we're famous.
so when Jonathan says, when we have inconsistency in the justice system, we leave room to discuss the moral values of the very crimes that we commit. Mob justice is a criminal offense in itself, a result of a cracked justice system.
Well put, Jonathan.
Cracked justice
Well
system.
put.
Jonathan is that guy. He's very woke, eh?
It's a gen-
Gents, yeah.
Hey, Tajent,
Yeah.
I
It's a
know
good
this-
man.
This
It's a
is
good
how
man.
he would probably say. I want to say this in his accent. I'm not sure. Tajent.
Exactly.
Tajent.
You have to say it's a gent like that. You have to be
It's a
sweet.
chance. Yeah. You have to be chunky about
Sure,
it.
Anyway, for those who just joined us, this is I Love Melville Live, guys. It is exactly 9:21 right now, guys, on the 6th of January 2021. Chakara. We are basically destroying this year. We are currently live all the way in Melville, Johannesburg right now. I love my place, Melville. I love my place, Melville.
All right.
I love this place so much, man. Anyway, we are currently live all the way in Melville, Johannesburg, and your host, Thato Malindi, with none other than my co-host, Silver HSE, and also our special guest / co-host, the beautiful Kabelo,
who's coming back next time.
Next time, she's coming. She's coming back. If you guys enjoyed her, I enjoyed your energy. But if you guys enjoyed her energy and you like want her to come back tomorrow, just say it.
Let's do it. Let's make it fun, guys. Let's make it fun.
Yeah, you know, because the first part and second part, people they commented like, pioneer fucking must come back.
Yeah. Why do they talk like that?
Yeah, like it's like I also read it like this. We're like pioneer
must come back.
It's the most common sound.
Yes, it's come back. Must come back. This reminds me of this girl that I once took out on a date.
Yeah. And
she didn't know what caviar was. She liked the word caviar. So we went to Ocean Basket, and then when she got there, she's like, so I asked her, like, what are you gonna have? Because I don't like seafood. The only seafood I have.
Why would you take it there though?
It's salmon, because she wanted.
If you don't like,
she wanted it. So
okay.
I have, salmon. I can eat salmon. You know what I mean? Like that's the only, exception that I'll have. And this girl says, no, I'll have caviar.
Yes.
All right. So I'm like, oh, you gross. It's like, hey, what's it gross? Like, why are you having fish eggs? I was like,
Tastes good though. It tastes good though.
That's right.
It does taste good. It does taste good. But seeing her doing that, because like when I'm doing this, that's what she says, like, I'll have a caviar.
Yes.
And then when I said this, like, any,
like everything changed from the face and the posture.
You understand how much caviar is?
At least she said it right.
So we got Tepiso Mufokeng saying, Kabelo definitely has to come back. I enjoyed your show. Ow, banda. Ha. She will come back. She will come back. I think the tribe has spoken.
Yeah, the tribe has spoken.
Yeah.
You did say we need to have.
We have the immunity thing. Like
and then like if you're not coming
I'm doing
next
the
week,
Chisopala dance. I don't know what these guys are saying. This is my victory dance.
Is that your victory dance?
Chisopala.
Now according to this, it looks like you have your scarf doing this. Like you came with the scarf.
You look like those wind chimes.
I look like a pioneer. Let's move on.
It's like it's winter right now. The wind blowing. What's happening?
Mama, they're body shaming me.
No, guys. It's Kabelo dancing. Maybe that's what happens in the house. Maybe that's what was happening in the house. What is that noise? But no, Mama, Kabelo's dancing outside. She's dancing outside.
Why are you laughing so hard?
When Kabelo dances, it sounds like a chime. Just imagine me and you dancing together. That is a chime and also a triangle. They get the same time. It's like ding, ding, ding. We need a little bit of meat on these people's lives, eh?
Please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. It's fine.
Oh man. Oh man.
It's fine. Very is crying now. Like he's laughing so hard. He's crying at my expense. It's fine.
Oh man. No, it's fine, very man. Nah, man, it's fine. And by the way, regarding the sports, also we're gonna move the sports out of that. At past, we're actually gonna look at more with Kabelo in terms of consciousness. It's fine. You can have a breather, my friend. The next show we'll have also. He's crying, guys. Tears are falling. Tears of joy.
It's because he lost the last round.
Yeah,
that's why.
And that's where I wanted to go into right now.
The game.
Yes.
Why you gotta be like this? Why you gotta pass my paper like this? What's wrong with you guys? Oh my god!
Did someone just say babble?
I was gonna let him have that, but this is the kind of friend he keeps around.
It's fine.
No, he must have his own dictionary also. It says Babel. He wants to say
I want to say
Babel.
Babel. I don't know why
Like for the first time, you know what? It's nice when I have someone else that does the things that I do.
That you do, ne?
Yeah, because you used to laugh at me also when you'd hear me most of the time.
Yo.
I would fumble words
Whoa.
like no one's business.
And
Guys.
I wouldn't give you a break.
fumble
Like, I
words.
understand. That's why I'm not fighting it.
You shouldn't, because you're going to end up bursting a babble.
Say it from your chest. What did that show say? I said, in the room. Make it with your chest. Say it for your chest. Is that the producer? Was that the producer?
No. She's my co-host. Her name is Tiamo. Yeah. Say it with your chest. I love my team, man. I love my team. And speaking of loving my team, I love you guys right now for joining us. Thank you very much for joining us. We are going to be talking with none other than the lady herself, Kabelo Mofokeng, and we're going to be looking at conscious images at top of the at 9:30. Reason why we had to push away sports is because I'm an ACS sport. I'm joking. That's
He means that.
No, I'm.
He means
look at how
Silva.
Silva's looking at me. Silva, no, man. No. Reason why is that I received a message. If the producer was here, so she sent me a message. She's like, hey, dude, since we're time and you guys are enjoying yourselves, and I don't want you guys to weigh a lot, but just to keep it within the time and stuff like that, you can just do headlines on both of what you guys are doing, just quick headlines, and then after that, I need you guys to carry on with the conscious photography.
With our guests. Because we haven't actually got into it proper.
Yeah, we went onto it a little bit. So that's just a recap, guys. Is that we were talking about conscious photography that actually paved somewhat of a narrative also in the terms of the world. Images like Hector Peterson's one. Also, there was an image that we spoke about by which is from what's the name of the crew?
That was a picture by Kevin Carter. He is a member of the Bang Bang Club. There was a movie made about them recently.
Yes, and for those who are like, which image tattoo it is, it's this one.
You like it, no?
With the voucher.
And the
malnutrition. The voucher.
Yes, the voucher and the malnutrient kid. No, I said that on purpose because she said voucher.
And vouchers eat leftovers, hey? Like they scavenge. So it's...
Yeah. Right. Anyway, we're gonna go for a quick ad, and then when we get back, it is a time for us to actually talk about what's currently happening in terms of headlines, and then right after the headlines, we dive right into the conscious photography. Hey, I love Melville.live. I love this place. Please stay here and don't go anywhere.
I think you should do a jingle.
But you are
I think you should do a jingle.
A jingle.
I think it's on.
I should do a jingle. I love my cousin. I love my cousin. I love my people. I love Melville.
You understand?
And now I sound like Israel. Let's go. I'm gonna say Who are these crazy bunch? My name is Thato Malindi, by the way, and I am the driver, apparently.
He said, apparently. You are the driver. Yeah. Take it with your chest.
Yes, say it with your chest.
I am the driver of Melville streets. Interesting stuff we didn't know, but it's World Kindness Day today. So you need to be kind towards everyone. Even if you're a douchebag, just make sure that you are kind towards everyone today.
Even yourself. Oh.
Mavena, please disappoint me again. I knew it, Mavena.
Even not even yourself, but like everyone to themselves.
Be kind to yourself. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah. You guys are messed up. You know the things that they were talking right now. So, by the way, for those who just joined us, it is 9:30 right now, guys. 30 minutes left of the show, and the conversation that we were having right now. These people are not right. They're out here trying to take people's jobs.
No such thing. Tiamu, you're not cool. No such thing. I like your chair.
You just had to sell yourself. But then, hey, I ain't taking nobody's job. I already got my own job.
Anyway, thank you very much for joining us, guys. This is I Love Melville.live, and you currently tuned in to Melville Street's unconventional breakfast show. This is the best breakfast show, and there's this other show called the Blessed Breakfast Club or whatever in America. Yeah, guys, chai.
We don't rate those guys.
We try when you come to us, bro. We are very unconventional.
We show up and conquer.
Yeah, we show up and conquer. And that's what we're going to be doing right now, guys. We are going to be conquering. We are basically going to start off with Kabedo Mufukeng in terms of conscious photography. First of all, Kabedo, there's something that you did in terms of LGBTQ. In terms of photography around that. Do you want to explain that more to our listeners in terms of what you did and why was it important?
I think on a scale of 1 to 10, that like gets a 9 in terms of really exciting and like insightful jobs I've ever done. So that was an internship that I got through the Market Photo Workshop with a organization based in Pretoria called Out. And they deal with the LGBTQI plus community. They give them they give them security. So they teach them of sexuality and they can go there and get healthcare. They can. It's basically a support for the community. And what they partnered with Miss Drag SA, which is an annual pageant. And what they wanted to do was they wanted 2 students from the Market Photo Workshop, 1 photojournalist and 1 advanced program student, to go to different provinces and do profiles on the contestants. Now, the contestants were part of a drag competition. So in everyday life, we're used to, we were all accustomed and we're used to in our immediate space. Gay people and lesbian people and bisexual people. At the time, let me speak for myself, but what's transgender, it was something I saw on TV. I was aware of their existence, but it wasn't in my immediate space. So I really enjoyed the fact that I could sit with these ladies, talk with them about their stories, help them video what they're doing. There was a segment in the pageant called Drag with a Purpose. So they had to do these community outreach programs. One of which was a woman who was helping girls in her community get off drugs. There were girls there who were like 13, 14 years old who have been using drugs like for crazy amounts of years. Like how is this happening? So it was really touching to see people from a community that is ostracized, people from a community that gets a lot of judgment, reaching out within those same communities and helping people. It was amazing. It was a community outreach program, and also it educated me and my partner, the person that I was working with, Mkhululi, a photographer from Zimbabwe. Shout out to you, homie. It was great. It was different from all of the work that I had done. I am not a photojournalist. I don't do environmental portraits, but that thing pushed me. It made me do those things. And it made me also understand that as a photographer, you can't just say, yes, you can say I like taking portraits of people, but you need to be well versed in the industry, in the craft that you're doing. You need to be able to do studio. You need to be able to do on location shoots. You need to, and not because of anything else, but just because it helps, it shows in your work. It gives your work layers. You end up finding yourself doing things like multimedia when you were just interested in stills photography, which is what I ended up doing with this particular assignment. We ended up doing multimedia. I just enjoyed it. It was amazing.
It was an amazing feat that you had to go through, and I think, man, and especially when you look at the community also and the photography around that, taking a photo of individuals that are around that and the pain that they receive. I know there's a lot of certain photos that have been taken in the what you call it, there's a gallery right down on Jan Smuts. It's the one that had Msholuzi's
Goodman Gallery.
Goodman Gallery. Yes.
They actually have an exhibition running right now by a visual artist from Mozambique. You need to check it out. It's immersive.
That's what's up.
But you need to book to go see
it.
Yeah.
So that's the chat that we are currently having right now, and I need you guys right now to actually do a favor for me. I need you guys to do a favor for me. I need you to send through your comments in terms of a photo that you once saw that changed your narrative in terms of life. Right now, we're going to talk about a specific one.
Okay.
We're going to look at this specific one. As a photographer, when you see that image, what was the narrative behind this image? And getting such an image, how hard is it to get this still?
So this was a very charged image. Very, very, very charged. Because these are children.
Yep.
These are babies in this image. You, as someone who didn't know what was going on in South Africa, you see this picture and you're just like, what's happening? There's people in uniform. So these are
Why
students.
they carrying the other one with
What's
her?
happening? And this photographer was so close. Like, I think you need to understand Simon Zimmer and his colleagues were in the midst of everything.
Yeah.
Like
As it
how
was
those
happening,
photographers
yeah.
that were photographing because fees must fall.
Yes.
You have to put yourself in the middle.
In the middle of it.
the riot, in the middle of the storm, to get images like this that are so close to the truth. Because I heard you say earlier that photographs are almost factual, but they're not really. Like, I think what photojournalists need to do is do their best to present the closest thing it is to facts, to what is happening there, but it's not fact. And I don't know what both Simon Zimmer did was really admirable. This image was beautiful and it was heartbreaking and it changed a lot.
Yep.
Too many students died that day. Way too many students died that day, and no one would have known that story.
Regarding the image, the photo itself, right? And the time it was taken, I think it was also New York Times also that they had this image during that time. During that time, was it as significant back then as it is now, or is it more significant now than it was back then when it was taken?
It was really significant back then. It was significant back then because this was a black photographer taking this picture. Back then, a black man with a camera was like suspect. I mean, Ernest Cole was offered. Ernest Cole was actually offered to be a spy. Like they said to him, "Yo, dude, we're recruiting you because he's always in action. He gets the images and he could actually hurt our operation. So let's recruit him and try and get him on our side." And he was just like, "No." And then he had to go back into exile. So for a black man carrying a camera at that time, exposing the truths, I think this was when Thato Malindi was still working for the world.
Yeah.
It did a lot for his photographic career afterwards. Like he went on to get like a lot of awards and accolades, and people recognized him as a photographer, but it probably put his life in danger because like you would have been banned. Like Ernest Cole's publications and his images were all banned after the work that he did.
I've got another one here because I want us to streamline also the images that we've got. For those who just joined us, guys, this is I Love Melville.live, and you're currently tuned in to Melville Street's Unconventional Breakfast Show. Melville Street's a 2.1 with your boy Thato Malindi and none other than Silver HSE, and also a special guest, the woke conscious Kabelo Mufokeng, who favors Kaizer Chiefs. By default.
Thank you.
By default, she was born there. They were like, if you're not gonna be a Makosi, you are not.
As long as you're in this house, as long as you're in this house. Those are
the kind of chats they had. So anyway, we're looking at conscious photography, guys, and she's basically taking us through the images that we've got. I've got a next one here. This one specifically, it caught my attention when I saw the specific image. Reason why it did catch my attention was that it seems like guys that are in jail, but it doesn't seem like it's jail. It seems like it's a hostel. And it shows these are the guys who are hustling. These are probably minors. Do you know more about this photo? Can you explain to us what was going on here? And
so this is the work of Thato Ernest Cole. He smuggled in a camera onto these mining grounds, like this compound. He smuggled it in. If I'm not mistaken, please correct me, photographers worldwide. He smuggled a Kodak brownie, I think it is, in I think it was like scuffed sort of like he managed to disguise it again on the premises, and he was just exposing the living standards that the miners were living in. There's a quote that he made, if I may find it, where he says 24 hours a day, 6 days a week, 500,000 Africans are at work in the earth. Like this, Hey, man.
Really,
The way black people were living at the time, like they had one day off, 24 hours a day, and 6 days a week. 500,000.
500,000.
These are the people that South Africa's backs were built on. The miners, the same ones that got gunned down in Marikana. These are the reasons why this place is what it is right now. Basically treated like the scum of the earth back then until now as well.
Yeah.
And he's just like, they're working under the earth, like beneath us.
Yo, dude, like you understand? That's like the ending of that was like, can you please read that? Because the way he puts like 24 hours.
Africans
6
are
days,
at work
like
in the earth.
In the earth.
It's hectic.
It's hectic. He had to smuggle a camera in there.
Yep. And this photo was a photo probably I would assume was taken in the apartheid regime, right? And it's crazy regarding that. I think this was a time where they were even speaking Sfanaga law.
Yeah, that's where the language comes from.
Sfanaga. And then for those who don't know what Sfanaga was, it was basically it was a dialect that was created by the miners to actually speak in codes, so to speak, so that people don't hear what they're basically talking about.
Like basically like talking behind the foreman's back.
Yeah, it was a spies. It was a spies language, so to speak. And it was used also by MKs. Also, MKs are Mkhonto Sizwes. These were guys who were basically on the field, on the front line, who were
the guys in the mission.
Yeah, and by the way, these guys also, the MKs also, they did other things. They would go from South Africa during their apartheid regime and go to another country to go learn military things. And I think Angola was one of the countries that they used to go to. And Zimbabwe also used to open gates for them to also go there and have military training.
Connected, even weapons wise, like they were really connected.
Russia also was helping the MKs
with the AKAs, the best assault rifle
ever.
Yeah, hey, that guy, he cried. But anyway, so that's a topic for another day, guys. So that's basically it in terms of a conversation with our pioneer. Conversation with a pioneer, and today's pioneer was none other than Kabelo Mofokeng. And for the first time ever, we usually have conversations with a pioneer for an hour. We had it for 3 hours, and it was so great having you around that even people are commenting and saying, she must come back. That tomorrow she's gonna come back. She promised that she's gonna come back tomorrow. And
I heard the promise.
You heard it, right? Yeah. She says she's gonna come back, and then she said Friday also. I think it was.
Yeah, like she's Friday. Like, no, it's so nice. I'm gonna be with you guys for
you know, yeah. And that's why. Sister Bettina, holy the song that got a lot of girls pregnant in high school.
Until today.
Until today. A lot of people were fathers because of this song.
They were eating their youth.
Yeah, this guy, his name is Moharim. His name sounds like his voice, Moharim. Holy Moharim and Moharim.
Oh, my cellular enemy inside me. What are those bars? What were those bars?
Hey, back then,
guys, you guys still remember? By the way, if you're listening right now and you know the song, guys, by the way, from any ethnicity that you are, I know you guys know the song. It's Makharimba, and it's what is it again? Silubu Shabe tu anybody.
Sahamba and then did he pass away as he was going to Devon?
You are disqualified
from talking like I just leave.
And
no. But okay, wait a minute. Who did?
No, he did pass though.
But it was your timing, like the wind.
But wasn't he going to Devon?
He probably
why are you saying that when you were saying Spaggy Kwama, Devon?
Like it just kicked my head like, Konji, this guy dead.
Yeah.
And then he was doing a trip. He was doing a trip. It was a car accident. I think he was going to Devon.
And then
Sisaya Devon. And then
after that song, there was another one. This one was done in Pretoria a lot also. It's not Sister Bettina. When was this one?
Lebo Maria.
Mugwanti Mokwati wa Pitori.
You understand?
And we old guys.
Guys, dude, taxis, by the way, you would pop your head out of a taxi.
Fana.
Bro, we're doing crazy
And
things.
that was
but
the best. Those were
guys,
the best song. The
One
bass line.
Mara, why you wear the song?
Please move, baby.
Shake us, baby.
I'm coming back.
My man. Yeah, guys, we are having extreme fun. If you're not having fun with us, I don't know what's happening with you.
Then you're pora. If you're not having
make sure
fun,
for
Mama
us.
Kyalo, yeah.
You sound like her.
Right?
Like who? Like who?
Moonchild in your
Without the mob.
Moonchild's sister just came through.
Straight up.
She's
She sounded
Moonchime.
like that straight.
Moonchime. Get it? The wind chime?
Yeah, like Moonchime, like the.
I'm leaving, Mama. I'll be
You have
home
to tie it
soon.
up.
I'm
Okay,
leaving.
sorry, don't
I'm leaving.
Yo, her one, you don't have to.
Done with these guys.
You don't have to dry it up, nah. You don't. You know, and you know.
Don't say anything about her. That's my friend.
Yeah, is it?
Binas.
Yeah, and she's got
Yes.
like the greatest mop on her head. Like it's the most colorful
She's
mop.
painted
Doggy, you
that
never
thing,
see that
bro.
mop
She's
in
got
a house.
copyright on that.
And she's got a copyright on it.
thickness.
Yeah.
Like,
Is she really your friend though? Because I would
She has
believe that
to.
because
No, she's my homie. She's a friend of a homie, but we're all homies. Yeah. Moonchild, if you're listening, I love you, Suneli. Wait again. Untext tonight. Then if I come tomorrow, epic if
Yeah.
kita lebon.
No. I said the voice note.
no, it's fine. She must send a voice note, but first she must mop the floor first with that hair. After mopping the floor with that hair, then
Look
and
at me
then-
and look at you.
then she can yeah.
Guys,
come through, we
please
can have her
don't
around.
forget to visit www.marketphotoworkshop.co.za.
Mhm.
Applications for 2021 are still open. They're closing on the 15th of January. It's amazing space.
Mhm.
You're going to love it.
Mhm.
From Tate Azwindini at the front to Sis Babs in
Azwindini.
the front
And you
there.
must say it right.
To
Azwindini.
Lecheto, our dean. It's an amazing space. The facilitators make sure that the students have what they need to produce good work. If you don't know what you're doing with your year this year, there's foundation course, there's intermediate course, there's APP, there's PDP.
Okay.
Go to the website, guys. Go to the website.
Just-
Live your best life.
They
You know
better
what?
pay
Because
you
that's
after
why I'm
this.
here. That's why I'm here to talk
she's
about
here.
the school.
She's
So,
here
yeah,
to represent.
Like they better pay you after
You said
this.
it was
That's some serious-
www. Yes.
www.marketphotoworkshop.co.za. They have this amazing
Say it again.
page.
Wait,
yeah.
say it again.
I told you,
didn't get
there's
it.
an accent
I didn't
in
get
this.
it. I didn't
told you there's
get
an accent
I
in
didn't-
this.
I didn't-
Wait, Silva!
Okay, say it again. Say it again. Where should people go?
www.marketphotoworkshop.co.za.
Did
Did that work?
that?
Oh, God. You better go. You better go. You better go.
I didn't know what to say.
Your producer's gonna fire you.
She said it so right. Say it with your chest, man.
You said with
Okay.
your chest, man.
Okay. Just one last time. Just tell the people where to find the place.
www.market.wait.
Wait, okay. No, he scared you, didn't he?
www.marketphotoworkshop.co.za.
Okay, we have to start all over again because he
Yeah, a
scared you.
man
Then,
walked
yeah,
in.
a man
A man in a
walked
mask
man-
walked
in.
in.
A man with a mask and
A
glasses.
man with a mask.
Yeah, a man with a glass and mask walked in and he disturbed everything. Everyone looked at him and he
And
decided
he
to
backed
step
away.
back. Stop it.
So Bakayesu, the website is www.marketphotoworkshop.co.za. Oh, bye,
Stop
guys.
it.
Oh, behave.
Oh, behave. All right, guys. Thank you very much for joining us, guys. This is I Love Melville Live. As you know, it is the unconventional breakfast show, Melville Streets 2.1 breakfast show. Reason why we call it 2.1 is because it is 2021.
Yeah.
We had a lot of great numbers. I know you guys have been consistent with us throughout. And we really do appreciate each and every single one of you guys. And all the love that you guys have been showing following us in terms of the show. But we are not done yet. There's just one last thing. It's round 2.
Yo, we still there.
I get to cream this
Yes,
guy.
it is round 2 right now. And then when we're done with the round 2 of the 5 questions, and then we can end the show. It's fine. And then we're going to find out who is the Mabena of the day. And I have got someone that I'm going to be voting for, and then say this person is the Mabena. If you don't know who the Mabena is basically a feature where we look at people who basically disappointed us during the course of the show. I've been disappointed.
Like obvious
quite a lot.
disappointment.
Yeah.
Oh, like a mumish.
Yeah.
Mumish.
But Mabena is Mabena. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like it's Mabena.
Yeah. Mabena. Like you saw, man, from
Mabena.
you know, like, hey, Mabena, I knew you're gonna disappoint again.
Mabena,
Like, you understand, Mabena is a disappointment.
Mabena is a disappointment to his family and South Africa.
Yo, and his friends.
And I bet you that guy is gonna rise up to be one of the best militants.
Don't worry about who's Mabena. Worry about what Mabena does. And to be called Mabena, knowing that, you know what, just worry about what Mabena does.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
yeah.
You know, just worry about that, and also just forget about Kaizer Chiefs.
Papa, I'm coming home.
Just shame. You are another one also.
The
Oh my
man
God.
with the mask.
So the
is
man
on
with the
my
mask
side.
is also a Kaizer Chiefs fan, and he just caught feelings. I am sorry for making you catch feelings. It wasn't me. You must just follow the birds.
9:52.
You got it right. You got it right. You got it right.
I got it.
You got it right.
These guys are so blonde.
You
These
got it.
guys are
You
like
got it.
I got it.
two blonde guys.
Follow the beds. Follow the beds. All right, guys. Let's finish before we go to the next show. The next show, by the way, guys, is Melville Rush with none other than Cookie Monster and also one of the great. And they've got like interesting content also coming through. This is I Love Melville.live, guys. If you are not here and you are not liking the content that we are just giving you right now, then there's something wrong with you.
You have a problem.
You have a big problem, huh?
Are you mad? Huh?
Yeah, there's probably someone that's mad, you know. And we need to also start our show the way they start in Africa Magic.
What are you watching? What are you
I know what you're talking
watching,
about, my friend.
Africa Magic. Don't you know Africa Magic?
No,
I
like,
don't know.
like sound quality, like,
You don't want to play around with that sound quality.
it's like when they started the movie, it's when they actually place the microphone in place. Like, okay, my action.
That is a multi-million something.
Yeah, but
rand
it's true.
Industry.
True. Because of the consistency, though.
Yeah.
Like, consistency. Like,
Yo, they don't play.
Hello. Are you up again?
I'm okay.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
I thought something happened to you.
Yeah, I thought so. Like,
Yeah, like
I just got too excited.
You do. Anyway, let's finalize this. Round 2, guys, and let's finalize it. We are right now playing 5 questions, and we're ending it with 5 questions. And then right after this, guys, do not forget to join Melville Rush. All right, are you guys ready?
Yeah.
You guys ready?
Yep.
All right, ready. All right, cool.
Very,
All right, first question. Don't forget your password. It's
Yeah.
very important. What is meteorology? The
Okay.
study of. What is meteorology? The study of meteorology. Meteorology. Oh, meteorology.
Wow, this guy
Melville?
love.
Melville, isn't that the study of
asking-
like
he's asking you.
extraterrestrial rocks that like come here, meteorites? I
Like
don't
no,
know.
it's not one of those questions where explain the answer for 15 marks. It's just you just want what you just want the word.
The
'Cause, like,
study of rocks.
no, it's not the study of rocks.
Okay, I
baby girl.
tried.
It is the study of the atmosphere. That's
Oh man.
atmosphere. Yeah.
Oh,
You know what?
Meteor.
You know what, ne?
Mm.
I should take that point because of
No,
No.
you're not taking any points.
No,
you were supposed to give me a chance to
Nope.
answer.
No. Okay, let's go to the next one, guys.
That's true, though.
Which planet is the hottest in the solar system?
Love.
Yo.
The hottest is the first one done.
Yeah, I know. I'm
Yeah, you
looking
got
for the
it.
name.
You got it, my boy. Come
Mercury,
on.
Mercury.
Mercury.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
There
Donna?
is no planet by the name of Mercury. Let us first clear that up.
Yes, she's got you. Just getting
Yeah,
you.
but
So you did not
but
get
the
that.
pronounce what are we pronouncing that?
Oh, yeah, about the pronunciation.
Yeah, pronounce
actually,
it. And the answer that you have there, ne?
Mm.
You're saying it's the hottest.
I'm still wrong.
No, I didn't say you are wrong. I didn't say anything, but you are saying that it's the hottest place. Okay,
The hottest planet
the hottest planet
in our
but-
solar system.
in our solar system.
Yeah.
But you are not like how she's saying. She wants you to say it with your chest and say it properly. Enunciate, Papa, and that is
This guy in Papa.
I see you.
You see me? Oh,
yeah.
I forgot you can see me.
Yeah. So
Okay,
are you going with that answer? Is that the answer you're going with?
I wanted to pronounce.
Are you going with that answer?
Yeah, I'm going with that
Okay,
answer.
cool. Are you
I'm fine.
Are you fine
I'm
with
fine
it?
with
So you are wrong.
What's that again?
It's Venus. Venus is the
Makes
hottest.
sense. Women are
Amanyane.
Venus.
Wow.
Amanyane.
Venus.
How many planets are there after the sun? Before Earth?
Yeah, but that's the thing. You are thinking of the they didn't say the planet closest to the
Closest to
sun.
the
They
sun.
said
But
the
the hottest.
Yes.
And then the planet closest to the sun is not the hottest.
Listen. Let me explain.
I see how you thought about that. Makes
yeah,
sense,
like
but
it makes sense, but
it's gases and
there's a
stuff.
lot of factors in that.
And thing is Venus has
Mercury
ice.
is under. Venus is
Not
at
yet.
9 guys in terms of Fahrenheit, right?
Mhm.
Venus is at 860 degrees,
Fahrenheit.
which is like Fahrenheit, yeah. Which in Celsius, in terms of South African language, in Celsius it is basically 460,
Yes,
right?
yes.
And Mercury is
Mhm.
at 420.
Okay.
Oh,
I hear
they're
you.
You
close
get what I'm saying?
contenders.
As
close
Much as
contenders.
Mercury is the first before Venus.
I remember something that Mercury actually does have.
I have 3 minutes to beat you.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and
Let's go.
so let's go to the next one.
I'll
So
explain that
you
after the show.
both got the answer wrong. Which animals are pearls found in? You
Melville.
Yes, you must
in
know it.
a-
You must know it.
Nah, you gonna take.
You
this
must
one.
know it. You must know it.
What?
Oh,
the
today is
question
early
is?
at least.
An oyster.
Eh?
An oyster.
An oyster. That's the correct answer. An
I was
oyster.
gonna say clam.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I was like.
So that means you got 2 points and
Yeah,
you're
one.
sitting at 1. And then
Yeah.
we've got the last minute right now, guys.
Mhm.
So, and a couple of few questions. So, hey, 2-1 is the score. Next one. Which planet has the most gravity?
Love. Love.
Lifela soko skolo.
Give him. He did
Okay,
science. Give
which
him.
one is it,
Earth.
Mr. Science? Earth.
Yeah.
Are you 110% with that Earth?
No. Don't give me 110. I'm 100%.
Okay, Mama.
Plus minus.
Are you sticking with that
I'm
answer?
him. I'm with him as
Okay,
well.
let me find out this. Cookie Monster. Yes, Mister. Do you know which planet has the the most gravity?
Wait.
Do you know?
Oh,
Yeah.
It has to be the first one because it's closer to the sun.
There's the man
What?
with the mask
Yeah.
said it. Baba,
Yeah.
kopa utswale mnyako, utlisitse COVID iso.
Yeah, actually, I just thought about it
And I'm still
after.
winning and he's
No,
losing.
No,
No.
because you didn't get that answer right. The man with the mask and the glasses is actually right, guys. It's Jupiter.
Yeah,
Jupiter
I just
is
remembered after.
yeah, but that's your problem, and
Eish.
this is not after.
And after the school up the road. So you
Yeah.
can just-
Okay, after school is after school.
Yeah.
You get.
Yeah,
That's
that's
okay
what
after that works.
that's what it's gonna be. So anyway, that is it, guys. I'm gonna end the clip right there, guys. I'm gonna end 5 questions. It's done. 5 questions, 5 minutes. Your 5 minutes is done. So
Who
you are the
won?
winner.
You won.
Yeah, say it with your chest,
Okay,
buddy.
cool. So
Come on,
Gabriel,
fucking
okay.
won.
Ah, these guys are cancelled. Bye, guys.
And
Can I
the
don't be
Mabena.
hanging you.
Oh, sorry, man. Sorry. By the way, Mabena, guys, the Mabena of today goes to the award. We're gonna vote, guys. I'm voting for you.
For who?
For you, Silver. To
First,
take the
first
Mabena.
day.
The Mabena
also
moment.
Ka first day.
Yeah, on
day.
your first day, you are getting the Mabena moment.
First day.
Yeah, bro, like as if you come first day, that's also about Mabena. You were
Yep.
Mabena,
Yep.
Joe. How you
Yep.
said don't burst my
Verbal.
verbal. No, it
Verbal.
is verbal even.
And
When
then
you
when
say-
I got Fahrenheit,
Verbal rhymes with
And then when I got
gerbil.
Fahrenheit-
He said, "Don't burst my verbal."
and then when I got Fahrenheit,
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah,
I heard that.
But
come on, this is the Mapena.
why is she taking Mabena?
You know why?
What? Oh.
And we will not
Ofe by
say it.
Chiefs.
We-
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. Cancel, guys. That's what it is. The Mabena Award goes to Kabelo Mfuking, our guest, for faving Chiefs, for being a Kaizer Chiefs supporter.
I'm out.
She,
Mapena, man, Mapena.
Shout out to each and every single one of you
Yeah, man.
guys.
Yeah.
Stay tuned also, by the way, guys, because Melville Rush is coming through. Kona Damin says the weather. Yes. The weather, Kona.
That's my love bag. Hi, sis Kona.
Hi, sis Kona's Kona Nat.
Nat is Kona.
Nat is Kona. And then Kona was answering, says Mars. And then Karabo was away. Away, then Karabo. But we are leaving. So away, bruh. Like it's chai now, bruh. Bye-bye.
Mavena, please disappoint me again. I knew it, Mavena. Come.
You kick properly there, man. Come now. Kick and go. Kick and
Very
go.
good. You are stopping you.
Hey, you. Come kick, do. Kick properly. Kick there. Kick properly there. Catch up. They're kicking as a counting. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Mavena, please disappoint me again. I knew it, Mavena. You. Cross those legs, you. Cross those legs, you and Mavena. You, that person on top of